Waiting for trying to see what's gonna happen. I was excited because I thought that we were gonna make the fight happen with Canelo. You know, obviously that's what everybody's been wanting to see. You know, PBC and Al Heyman sent him a very lucrative offer, so I was confident it was gonna happen. But unfortunately, he went another route, and you know, now we're looking for different options right now. 45 million plus, something like that. That Al Heyman and PBC, you know, putting the money up for it. You know, I see a lot of people saying that you don't make an offer to the A side. You know what I mean? But once it's $45 million, it's a lot of money, man. You know what I mean? And people wanted to see it. The company was backing me up. Al Heyman was backing me up. So I thought we were gonna make it happen. But like I said, he went a different direction. Yeah, no, there's no fight with Morrell lined up. I just seen that yesterday, that supposedly they said I agreed to the fight. I'm like, man, I bet this is my first time seeing about it. You know, we're not fighting Morrell. You know, everything that's been coming out saying that we agreed to the fight. I haven't even seen anything. I didn't agree to anything. You know, I'm trying to make the big fights happen. Right now, we're trying to look. We want to make happen. We want to fight Jaime Munguia. Came up to 168. I think that would be a great fight. Two big names. But if we can't get him, you know, we'll probably do Morrell. But there's a lot of fake news out there, you know. A lot of people, if it doesn't come from me, then it's not official.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, two-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez, 27 wins, no loss, no draw, 23 big wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach. He weighs in on who he wants to fight next, since 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who currently is the undisputed super middleweight world champion and widely considered by many to be the face of the sport of boxing, in Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is he has 59 wins, no loss, no draw, 59 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. Canelo Alvarez is 32 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. As you heard David Benavidez, he stated that Canelo Alvarez is simply not interested in fighting him. He's his WBC mandatory challenger. Canelo Alvarez is not interested. So there was tons of reports that David Benavidez was going to fight a Cuban star boxer, but David Benavidez has completely knocked that down. Okay, there was tons of reports that David Benavidez had a fight scheduled for October. David Benavidez, he cleared that up. He said there's one guy he's looking at fighting and they're looking to negotiate with, and that's former WBO junior middleweight world champion, now he was the middleweight title contender, now super middleweight, and that's Mexican superstar boxer Jaime Munguia, who is 42 wins, no losses, no draw, 33 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 6 feet tall, with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay, so Jaime Munguia is who David Benavidez said that they are looking at fighting next, right? Now, again, Jaime Munguia, he stated, would be a huge fight for me. And that would be a mega, a fight. He wants to fight the absolute best there is to offer. Now, Jaime Munguia is definitely a superstar, okay, in Mexico. He's a star here in the States. Now, David Benavidez, he was linked to fighting Cuban star boxer David Morrell Jr., who is 9 wins, no loss, no draw, 8 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age. He's a southpaw, 6'1" with a 78.5-inch arm reach, extremely long arms. But he stated, as you heard David Benavidez state, he's not fighting David Morrell Jr. All those reports are false. They're not real reports. He stated that, he would be in talks with David Morrell. He won't turn down a fight with David Morrell. But as far as him already scheduled to fight and agreed to fight David Morrell, that's simply not true. And he stated that he is going to look to fight Jaime Munguia next. And then if he can't fight Jaime Munguia, then he don't mind going the route of fighting David Morrell. But first things first, he wants to attempt to get Jaime Munguia in the ring. I'm hard-pressed to see the Jaime Munguia fight happen. So I think that it will 70% be David Morrell Jr. next. And the reason I state that is because Jaime Munguia is with Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, and DAZN. And clearly, they have an issue with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, Showtime President of Sports Steven Espinosa, and they're not going to look to do business with that side. Now, David Benavidez does have, Samson Likowicz as one of as his manager, so maybe that's a way where he can, possibly get free to fight Jaime Munguia, but it would have to be on Golden Boy. They would want to be the lead promoter. It will have to be on DAZN, or DAZN will have to be able to share 50% of the revenue. David Benavidez is the A side. They're going to pretend that Jaime Munguia is the A side, and seeing as though they already having issues with another one of their fighters for having a split revenue and split promotion and split, networks, with Ryan Garcia fighting Gervonta Tank Davis in April. It got to the point where Ryan Garcia is suing Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is countersuing Ryan Garcia. It's all bad. And Ryan Garcia is looking to part ways, actually, with Oscar De La Hoya now and make his way to the PBC. Jaime Munguia and Virgil Ortiz Jr., welterweight Mexican superstar title contender, are the last two big superstars that Oscar De La Hoya has with Golden Boy Promotions. And I see no way possible that he makes the fight, and no reason on the part of Oscar De La Hoya. It's a good fight, entertaining fight. It's a big fight, but David Benavidez doesn't have a belt. Okay, he is the clear A side, but they're gonna want Jaime Munguia to be the A side, right? You have to bring the two networks together. There's no reason for Oscar De La Hoya to go above and beyond to do so. He's just simply not going to do it. Now, again, David Morrell Jr. is with the PBC. That's a more doable fight. So maybe they have not agreed to fight David Morrell in October as of yet. But David Morrell will be the favorite to land the David Benavidez fight over Jaime Munguia. The politics is not going to allow us to see David Benavidez and Jaime Munguia. Not to mention, Oscar De La Hoya doesn't have much interest in putting Jaime Munguia in tough. So I can't see him going from the competition that he's had Jaime Munguia facing to all of a sudden jumping Jaime Munguia to the absolute top of the list for Jaime Munguia to fight David Benavidez, the Mexican monster that everybody, including Canelo Alvarez, is avoiding. There's no way possible that they're going to be willing to make that fight happen. So David Morrell would be the logical option for David Benavidez. Now, David Morrell is not a household name. Neither is Jaime Munguia, but Jaime Munguia is a bigger name and a bigger draw than David Morrell. So that's why David Benavidez would look to fight Jaime Munguia, right, over David Morrell. He's been calling out Jamal Charlo, undefeated two-division world champion as well. But Jamal Charlo, he stated, I'm not a super middleweight. I am a middleweight. But now Jamal Charlo is linked to fighting Canelo Alvarez for his undisputed titles at 168. So David Benavidez clearly is an avoided man in the sport of boxing. And Jaime Munguia, who has been avoiding many fighters throughout his career, is no way possible I see Oscar De La Hoya agreeing to making a fight with Jaime Munguia and David Benavidez. Big fight, interesting fight, entertaining fight. They could take that fight to Mexico, but it's not going to happen next. I'm hard-pressed to see Oscar De La Hoya agreeing to that fight. I can see Oscar De La Hoya agreeing to a different fight with Jaime Munguia, but not David Benavidez. That's simply just not going to happen. And so, again, like I said, Canelo Alvarez, we know, is strategically maneuvering around David Benavidez, and the whole world sees this outside of Canelo Alvarez fan base, including them. They see it. They just don't want to admit it. And so with that said, David Benavidez is scrambling to find opponents, scraping to find opponents because he just can't get anybody to agree other than David Morrell. David Morrell will agree because he hasn't had this big opportunity, and David Benavidez is becoming a household name. So, yeah, they would agree to it. But even David Morrell's trainer, well-renowned Hall of Fame trainer, Rodney Shields, said David Morrell is not ready for David Benavidez. So David Benavidez is struggling to find viable opponents, and it's unfortunate for him in his career. And it's unfortunate that the WBC don't stand on principle and actually force this fight with Canelo Alvarez or strip Canelo Alvarez of his WBC title. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment. Who you think David Benavidez is going to fight next? Is it going to be Jaime Munguia? Is it going to be David Morrell? Is it going to be another fighter? Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm going. Peace.